Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is part 13 of my One Piece overview series, and we're finally getting to Marineford. You can tell that I only have 2 volumes right here. So yeah, I've decided to just I wanted to do Marineford in 2 different parts. Whoops. Because there's just so much to talk about, and it's an incredibly complex arc and an already super complex story. So yeah, I'm very excited. The translation differs between different things. This one keeps falling. Just have them like this. But I call it Marineford. I know they have it labeled here as Paramount War, and I know they've called it the War of the Best in the anime, but Marineford is just like it's like the common way to refer to this arc. So yeah, I'm very excited because there's so much to talk about, lots of cool moments and stuff, and yeah, question of the day. Just right off the bat, I don't have anything prepared. Who is your favorite Yonko? Who is your favorite Emperor of the Sea? So, for me, that might be kind of tough. You can definitely pick one of the new 4 emperors. So that's Whitebeard, Big Mom, Shanks, Kaido, Luffy, Blackbeard, and Buggy. So, who is your favorite Yonko? For me, it definitely has to be Whitebeard. Whitebeard is such a cool character, and um, I'll talk about this right now. But I had no expectation of what Whitebeard was like, what he did in the story. Because with a series as big as One Piece, you're gonna have some stuff spoiled, and unfortunately, I did have a lot of things spoiled. Ace's death, but yeah, we'll talk about that right now. So yeah, as always, I'll go ahead and show you guys the volume covers up close. This is volume 57. I think these might be one of my favorites. These two, one of my favorite volume covers in the series. So yeah, that one has Whitebeard all over it. And this is volume 58 with the 3 admirals in action. So yeah, let's get into it. Going over 57 and 58. So, I skipped a little bit of the last volume. But Luffy, Ivankov, and Jinbei and the others, they finally get to Marineford, or they're on their way to Marineford. Because everything else is going down. You know what? Let me get the other one, because there's some stuff that I probably have to show. So yeah, they already have Ace at Marineford, and then they have the warlords in action. And then, super iconic panel, the 3 admirals sitting on their thrones. The platform is guarded by the Navy's most powerful officers, the 3 admirals, Aokiji, Akainu, and Kizaru. Such powerhouses, man. And I'll talk about this right now. Oh, and then the reveal that Ace's dad was Gold Roger, or Goldie Roger, which is, I don't think I knew this, which was a huge surprise, because I was under the full impression that that Luffy and Ace were blood brothers because of the D in their name. But that comes from Roger, which was super interesting. Like, I wasn't expecting that at all. So yeah, everybody's super shocked about this. And then Whitebeard and his crew and his allies show up to Marineford. It's so cool. Blackbeard. Whitebeard is a super cool character. So yeah, then we can go on to volume 57 because I saw him showing off his devil fruit already, and I didn't know. I knew nothing about Whitebeard except for what he looked like, right? And this was, I was like, what? I thought it was like some kind of air devil fruit because of this right here, where he punches the air and it cracks, and it turns out that he has the Gura Gura no Mi, or the Quake fruit, the power that could destroy the world, which was insane. I was not expecting that at all. And then they show like a flashback between Ace and Whitebeard, and he asks Ace to join his family. To Whitebeard, his crew isn't just his crew, it's his family, you know? And I like that about Whitebeard a lot. Because this is when I was starting to realize, because I thought that Whitebeard was a villain. And of course he is a villain in this world because he's one of the four emperors, but he's just a genuinely good guy. It'll show this maybe in the next two, but Whitebeard's dream wasn't to become the Pirate King or whatever. I'm pretty sure that's what he wanted eventually, but what he really wanted was a family. That's all he wanted, which is, I think, is really heartwarming to me because he's just coming to Marineford, definitely for a war because they won't give Ace back to them, but he's just here to pick up his son, which is, it's insane. So yeah, Whitebeard shows off his power. And the anime does a really good job of showing it off. You might not be able to say this about most series, but I feel like the anime does the manga a lot of justice. It's a really good adaptation. So if you're on the fence about starting One Piece, definitely go with the manga. I mean, with the manga. You can do the manga, but I feel the anime is the best way to experience it. And then Mihawk finally shows off what he can do. With just one swing of Yoru, his sword, he sends this huge shockwave towards Whitebeard. And then I think Marco stops it. Or Kizaru shows up and he shoots off all those beams of light. And I thought Marco's Devil Fruit is one of the coolest because I knew Zoan types were a thing at this point, right? But I had no idea about a mythical Zoan type. And then there's ancient Zoan types and stuff like that. So that's super cool. I thought that was really cool. And then Jozu, Diamond Josu, he throws a huge iceberg, and then Kainu just melts it instantly with his magma fist. Oh, and then Little Oars Jr. is like a descendant of the original Oars, the continent polar Oars. So I thought that was a really good connection. Such like really good world building as always. Of course. Oh, did Doflamingo cut off his leg? That is crazy. I don't remember that happening, but it's definitely possible. And then Gecko Moria, I think he gets back up again, but he kills him, apparently. So yeah, Marineford is going by kind of quickly. When in in the anime. I know it's a big problem in the anime. The pacing, Marineford took forever to get through, and I was enjoying it. It's just, the pacing is kind of bad in One Piece. That's my only problem with it. And Garp is showing some emotion because he raised Ace practically, right? He sees Ace as his son, and he knows that that he's gonna do what he doesn't want to, and I think it'll show that later on. But Luffy and the others finally show up to Marineford. Another cool page spread. And it's so funny that right away, Crocodile goes for Whitebeard's head. That's insane. And then Luffy stops him, of course. And I can't believe that Whitebeard actually showed respect for Luffy. That's crazy. Obviously, of course, because Ace and Luffy are brothers. And then I think Smoker shows up again here. And Ace is telling Luffy not to come save him because he's gonna be killed, right? And Ace, being the son of the Pirate King, he's accepting his destiny. Yeah, like I said before, I'm going through it a little slower than usual because there's a lot to go through and talk about. And then Smoker shows up. I love Smoker. I know he's kind of a joke in One Piece, but I just love Smoker so much. And then Luffy gets the key to Ace's Sea Stone prison cuffs from Hancock. And then there's Luffy versus Mihawk, which he definitely has no chance against, especially because Luffy is weak to cutting attacks. And look at this, Mihawk cuts an entire mountain range in half with one swing of Yoru, which is insane. I wasn't expecting any of these spectacles, man. The warlords are incredibly strong. And then Sentomaru shows up with all the pacifistas. So just like in Sabaody, everything keeps piling up over and over and over on top of each other, and it's just there's so much tension. And then of course there's Squard's his betrayal against Whitebeard. So yeah, this was a surprise to me. And of course, being Whitebeard, he doesn't just fall down like an old man. So we're gonna go on to volume 58. I didn't really understand this, but I'm not sure why Whitebeard forgave Squard. I mean, just because he's a good guy, but I don't really see the meaning behind it. Or just, I think it's to show that despite his son being a fool, he still loves him just like any parent would, right? And I think that's a really good moment for Whitebeard. I'm just scrolling through the pages because I really love the art in One Piece. Oh, I wanted to talk about this moment. This is definitely one of Luffy's best moments. He stands against not one, not two admirals, but three admirals. Kizaru, Akainu, and Aokiji. And Luffy has no chance. Um, to be honest, I don't think even Kaido could defeat one of the three admirals, and that's the most powerful villain that we've seen up to this point. Well, aside from Saturn, um, but yeah, Luffy is doing this just out of pure guts and courage. He knows he can't win. He knows he won't win, but he confronts them anyway, and it's such a good moment. Aokiji says, "You made it all the way here, but you're not getting on this platform yet." Akainu, you're persistent, son of dragon. And I love this line from Kizaru. He's pretty scary for a kid. I love this scene. I think this is my highlight of this arc. So yeah, Luffy makes way for Whitebeard's crew. And then just confrontation between the warlords. And then I think it looks like Sengoku's going to join in the battlefield. So I know I'm flipping through this, but I can't wait to read Marineford when I get the chance to read the One Piece manga. And then Ace just feels so guilty about having Whitebeard and the others come to save him just because he wasn't strong enough. And then Whitebeard punches a hole, or kind of punches a hole through Whitebeard. Oh, and then Luffy and Kobe's confrontation. And just in one punch, man, Luffy just knocks Kobe out cold. So yeah, this is crazy to see Whitebeard take all these hits and still not back down. He really is the strongest man in the world. And then there's Luffy's Conqueror's Haki. He just incapacitates all the weaker soldiers. Oh, and I really like this moment too, where they pave a path for Luffy to get to Ace. And Garp stands in his way. And Garp lets Luffy hit him because he doesn't want Ace to die either. It's his son practically, right? And Garp lets Luffy hit him. Obviously he couldn't have because he doesn't have any Haki. In terms of Haki, Garp is definitely one of the best users in the series. So he lets Luffy get to Ace, and then Sengoku shows off his Buddha Devil Fruit. I think it's a mythical Zoan type, right? Hito no Mi, the model Buddha. And then Luffy finally, well, he gets to Ace, right? And there's that iconic scene. And I really hate Oda for doing this. He definitely did this on purpose for Luffy to save Ace, and then in the end he still fails. You know, it's heartbreaking to watch. And I think it happens in this volume. I'm not sure. I didn't look at it beforehand, but if not, it does happen in the next one. So yeah, they're still trying to take down Whitebeard, and he just won't back down. It just shows how strong he is. Oh, damn it. It does happen in this volume. So yeah, Akainu sees an opening, and he heads straight for Luffy because he knows what Ace is going to do. And I've heard some people saying it's because Ace couldn't swallow his pride, but I don't think anybody can interpret it different ways. But there was no other way to save his brother, and Ace had already accepted his destiny as the son of the Pirate King, right? And there was just no other way. Ace didn't see any other way, and because magma is technically stronger than fire, Akainu does punch a hole through Ace. And yeah. There's this scene. And it hurts even more because Luffy had just barely gotten to Ace and broken him out. And it's a really painful scene to get through. Now, that was 58. I did know about Ace's death. I feel like that's the biggest spoiler in anime history, probably. You're gonna hear it once you start getting into One Piece. But, that one falls a lot. But yeah, Ace's death is definitely one of the biggest catalysts in One Piece. And I don't know, man. It's just, even after, like, seeing it multiple times, it's still really hard to get through, especially for Luffy. I wanted to talk about some different things. Maybe in the next video I will. But for now, that was half of Marineford. Ended off on a huge cliffhanger. Of course. But yeah. Right, question of the day. Who is your favorite Straw Hat? And mine is Sanji. Let me know what you guys think your favorite Straw Hat is. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.